Hi there, everyone. This video is to help you get started on civilization. So civilizations is how we study history and ethics and decision making here at Journey Academy. And you will open up Journey Tracker and you'll see a challenge for civilizations. And there's 2 challenges a week. One is to do handwritten notes and the other is to write your 250 word reflection. So today I'm going to model a really simple way to do your handwritten notes. So say it is Tuesday morning, you're at school, you open up, the title of the Civ challenge for that week is right here, Machiavelli's The Prince. So when you scroll down, you're going to click on this Civ document, and that's going to bump you over to something that looks like this, the Civ discussion schedule. And each of these highlighted links shows us one of the frameworks for the discussion. So this week we're studying Machiavelli the Prince. So we're going to go ahead and open up the framework for a discussion. And this gives us instructions, an overview of who it was. It encourages us to do some research and it has some sources. But I'm going to recommend, if this is the first time you've ever done something like this, it can feel kind of overwhelming. So one way I recommend beginners in Civ take notes, or even anybody, even up to high schoolers, is to pull out a piece of paper and split it in 2 and to write Civ notes at the top and write the title of what it is, then write these 5 words: who, when, where, what, and why. And then the bottom half, we're going to leave these for some interesting facts that we learned from the videos. But first, we need to get a big picture overview of who in the world was Machiavelli the Prince. And some of these videos down here could be helpful videos, but I like to know the big picture of what I'm studying. So the next thing I'd recommend is pop over into Google, and here I entered the sentence, who was Machiavelli and what did he do? And this opens up just an AI overview that gives me in one paragraph. He was a prominent Italian Renaissance philosopher, and he was best known for his political treatise, The Prince. So he wrote some work called The Prince. He talked about political leadership, it tells us. We can read his famous work. We can see something about his philosophy. So this gets me started so I can say who in my notes. And I know who, we're talking about Machiavelli, a philosopher in Italy. So I can put up, where is Italy? So I'll write Italy there. Then I'm wondering, when did this guy live? And I look over here on Wikipedia and it shows me that he lived in the early 1500s, born in 1469. So I'm gonna write early 1500s. Because that just gives me a framework. Now, what did he do that was significant? And it says here that he wrote about political strategies, and he called out ruthless tactics to maintain power. So he's basically calling out leaders that wanted to stay in power, and people didn't like that very much. His most famous work was The Prince, and so what I'm going to wrote The Prince. That was the most famous thing he did, and he called out power-hungry leaders. That's what he did. Power-hungry leaders. Why did he do this? And sometimes you can't answer all of these in your very first initial research. Maybe I'll save why till I go back to my research document and I see some of the videos. So now I have a big picture of who is Machiavelli, who are we talking about, and when did he live, and what was the big point of his life? What is he most well known for? So now I can go in here and I can click on some of these videos and I can see, here's a 2-minute video on Machiavelli. Here's an analysis of the writing that he did, The Prince. I could watch a 3-minute video about that. And then I'm going to take this bottom half to just write, I'm going to say 3 or 4 interesting facts, about him that I found interesting from those videos. And then after we've watched the videos, we can see that there's some Socratic discussions down here, where it's asking you, what would you do if you were Machiavelli? Would you have banned it because you don't want the subjects questioning the divine right to rule of the kings, or would you have embraced it even though it might stir up dissension among the people and an overthrowing of the king? So it's going to go through and ask you, but these are really the second part. The first challenge is getting your thoughts on paper and understanding the big picture. The second challenge in the badge is writing out your 250 words. So when you look down here, or when you look in the badge, you're going to notice that the challenges are separated into those two parts. Your Thursday, Friday handwritten notes that you're doing some research at home, and then your weekly Civ challenge. This is 150 to 250 for middle school, 250 on up for high school. And you'll see all the different topics. So, and sometimes we do current events, sometimes we go back to historical events in this one, but you can always find the big picture of what the discussions will be on the chart, the Civilizations discussion schedule. So hopefully this helps you understand how to take Civ notes better, how to split up your page into who, when, where, what, why, and some facts that you found from the videos. Because sometimes we find that learners will start opening up those videos and they're so confused because they don't have any frame of reference. They've never heard of Machiavelli. They don't understand. And so doing that general Google search of who was Machiavelli or who was Elizabeth II and what is she famous for, just searching that and reading these overviews can be really helpful start so that you can understand some of the concepts in the videos. Parents, if your learner is new to Journey Academy or if this note-taking is kind of challenging, I would encourage you just to sit next to them the first 3, 4, 5 times they do this and walk through answering some of these questions. Watch some of the videos, pause it and say, what did you hear? What was most interesting to you in that video? And jot down a sentence about what was most interesting. So hopefully this will set you guys up for success with taking Civ notes and writing out your reflections in preparation for the Socratic discussion that will happen the next week in studio. Hope this is helpful. Bye-bye.